I've been unemployed for almost 2 years. I have an associate's degree in science, a bachelor's degree in communication and technology, and a master's in business. And I am unemployed. Did I mention that I'm almost 30 and I live with my parents because I have a child? Yeah, it's real. It's real. And when God says no, it's no. Because I wanted a job so bad that I tried to enlist in the military, okay? I wanted to be in the Air Force. Mind you, I've always wanted to be in the Air Force. I've always wanted to do it, but now seemed like the perfect time because I cannot get employment. Do you know the recruiter ghosted me? So then I tried another recruiter, and do you know they ghosted me? And then I tried another recruiter for a different branch. The Navy. Ghosted. God is a comedian. And if I'm supposed to be doing this, then just say that. Don't make these people hurt my feelings. I done took a test. I done got ready for maths. I done got in shape. I'm talking about all the things. And nada. God is so funny because y'all.
All right, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Makar Kodash.
See me in the Air Force.
I want to say,
I would love to hear it.
I want to say give double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone, for teaching His word in truth and sincerity, and for and salutation to the elect. Lord willing, we some of those men and women that believe in fear in the name of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, my brother Gabar Yahweh from JMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. It's on this video that you see here, right here, with this woman, this Eve woman who basically, she got denied from military service, man, for whatever reason. Now, it could have been anything. We don't know if she got a criminal record. We don't know anything about her history except what she say on this video. But what we do know is it's bad for you women, especially you so-called black women, right? Even if the military is denying your crazy ass, you already know it's a problem. But she did have a point. Whatever the Lord wants you to do, you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not of your own volition. The scripture says, man's going as of the Lord. How therefore can a man know his own way? Right? Slaki. But yeah, she's having a hard time. She got all these degrees, but that means she got a whole bunch of debt. She got a child. That means she's a baby mother. And she's not married. You clearly see the woman's not married. And then she tried to run to the government to start a new life, a better life. And Esau said, no, we don't want you, man. 3 times over. She 2 times in the Air Force, 1 time with a Navy recruiter. They didn't want her, And this just shows you, you women, you're not going to be able to beat the judgment that's coming down here for you, right? This whole system that's been pacifying you for generations, right? 50, almost 60 plus years. Right, it's failing you. The education system has failed you. You got all these degrees but don't have a job. She got an associate. She got a master's. She got associates, a bachelor's, and a master's, and still can't get a job. She said she's been unemployed for 2 years. I don't know what she's been doing for 2 years, but that shows you too that this world. The only one that believe in America is you women, right? And you simple as men. But the only ones that truly believe America is still a dream and that there's still a blessing here for you, or that you can live the American dream, is the woman, right? This is as good as it gets for the woman, even though things are turning down for you, all right? And this is a clear sign. It's an indicator that, hey, look, you're not going to be able to escape the judgment that's coming down for you women, man. You're not going to be able to escape with Esau's benefits. You're not going to be able to escape to his military. Now, there is going to be a draft, and men and women will be drafted. But by then, you're going to be done. Right? You're not going to be able to benefit from being in the military or having military service. Right? Which a lot of poor people in America, that's kind of like a cheat code, getting to be able to get in the military, do your time, and now you can kind of like monkey branch off of that into something better, right? Up into the middle class. But now, even the military don't want you. Even the military is denying you. There's got to be something wrong with her, right? Because it should be easy to get in the military. She got all these degrees, but they're not trying to get her in there as an officer. They want enlisted people, right? So she probably going in with a list of demands. She got a big ass mouth, and it ain't got nothing to do with her look. She's a beautiful woman, but fuck all that. The military don't give a fuck about if you're beautiful or not, bro. Right? And she's out of there. She's losing. And it's women like this that you walk by the streets every day, and they treat men like they don't exist, right? Or they come with a list of demands, delusional demands that just not appropriate for somebody that's meeting somebody for the first time, right? Because these women, they want to live a life of luxury. Real quick, there's the book of I think it's Second Timothy, but yeah, this is the book of yep, 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, and that's what that's what the majority of these women want to live with. They want to live in pleasure. So they go to these colleges thinking that these colleges going to allow them to advance in the so-called job market. When you go to these schools, you end up finding out that your degree was worthless. You spent all this time and money, and now you're in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt, working a dead-end job, not doing what you so-called went to school for, right? Because you fell for that dream. The woman falls for the American dream over and over again. This is what the serpent sold her, right? So she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, you know? But simple as, man, you know, they'll see this woman like, oh, yeah, I can help her, I can save her. But she don't need saving. She needs judgment. And this is just an example of the so-called black woman here in America, bro. Right? You're more of a liability than an asset to anything. And when the military deny you, it got to be something wrong with you. Because the military take pretty much everybody. Right? Well, not now because Pete Hegseth, but before they were just taking any and everybody. Right? So again, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she living. When you look at that word pleasure, it goes into luxury, right? Because you women, you want a life of luxury, right? You don't want a life of hardship. You don't want to work for nothing. You think that you're just supposed to be the recipient of provisions and protection, and that's not the case. All right. So that word for pleasure in the Greek is spataleo, which is to live in luxury, to lead a voluptuous life, give oneself to pleasure. And that's why you go to these colleges. That's why you trick your body out. You're selling box, you're selling cat, right? You're doing whatever it takes so you can live in pleasure, right? Now most of these women that you see in these streets, they're living worse than she is, right? She living with her mom. She got a kid. She probably get child support, but that ain't enough. She probably on some type of welfare or something, because she said she ain't worked in 2 years. So a lot of times you don't know what to believe on this internet. People say a lot of stuff, but she claims she ain't worked in 2 years. So she's been out of the job market for 2 years. That's 2 years that she don't have experience in nothing that she went to school for, right? And she can't see that America is a losing game, especially for the tribes. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. For it is polluted and will destroy you with a sore destruction. Micah 2 and 10. Right? But they can't see that. Right? She can't see that. She can't see that, hey, look, this ain't for you. Right? She call herself doing the right thing, going to all these schools, getting an associate's, getting the bachelor's, getting a master's degree. And what did that get you? Nothing. It just made you proud against your own man. Right? She don't have a husband, so that tells you that right there. That tells you a lot about her, right then and there. Right? She out here losing. She out here losing. The last precept I got, this is in the GNT, Isaiah 3 and 9, start at 9, and the GNT says, "You women who live an easy life, free from worries, listen to what I'm saying." And the majority of women in this world, they live a life of pleasure. They live a life of easy. Most of you women, you live a life on easy mode. All you women, you got titties and an ass. If nothing else works for you in this world, you select box, you select cat. You got all types of access to all different social programs, and there's all different things set up for you. The legal system, you judicial system, well, it's the legal system. The judicial system, the police system, right? The child care system. You got everything that you could wish for. You would think that with all these social programs, you women would be smart enough to use these social programs to uplift yourself even higher than what you are. But what they do, they get complacent. What they do, they go to these schools, they're getting tons of fucking debt. She ain't worked in 2 years. That means she got 2 years of college loan interest hiked up on her. Unless she went to school and had to pay for it. But she got 3 degrees, so I believe she's in some type of debt. And she got a master's degree. That means she's in $100,000 of debt in so-called business administration, which is a dead-end fucking, it's a dead-end job as well as it's a dead-end degree. It don't mean nothing. But the women don't see it that way. They still believe in the Cosby effect, right? Go to college, pass your THCs, and get these degrees, and look, now you in the job market, and the job market don't need you, or don't want you. So not only are you being blocked out and phased out of the job market, you're being phased out of the system as a whole, right? So again, you women who live an easy life, free from worries, and majority of you women do live free from worries. You don't even worry about consequences. Listen to what I'm saying. You may be satisfied now, but this time next year, you will be in despair because there will be no grapes for you to gather. You have been living an easy life, free from worries, but now tremble with fear. Strip off your clothes and tie rags around your waist. Beat your breast in grief because of the fertile fields, and the vineyards have been destroyed, and thorns and bushes and briars are growing on my people's land. Weep for all the houses where people were happy, and for the city that was full of life. And that's what's going to happen here in America. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen here in America, right? I don't know why this damn hourglass is there, man. But you're done out here, bro. You're finished, and you can't see it. We see it, right? They told you that you didn't need a man, fuck a man. You don't need no, especially the black man. You just despise him, but yet you still lay down and crack your legs open, have children, bring forth life into this world. Hate the kids, hate yourself, hate the man. So somebody's making the wrong decision. And I point more to the end up, this woman, right? You fell for the American dream, not realizing that it was an American nightmare. It made you destroy the hedge that was around you, your husband, right? Your family's structure. And most women ain't as fortunate as this woman they can go home and live with their parents. Most of you women, you actually homeless out here, jobless and homeless, living in your cars, but yet you still have these delusions of grandeur that nobody can say nothing for you. You're not humble. You're not even really that industrious. Because look, if you couldn't get there, there's other things you can do in society. But why do women go to the military? Because it's an easier life for them. Really, it is. It gives you child care. It puts you in the middle class. You got health care, right? You got dental, right? So you can get your titties done, right? You can, in some cases, you can get your ass done, right? You can sign up a 4 or 5 year contract, right? Now you know for the next 4 or 5 years, you're good to go. And then what they choose, they don't choose the hardest jobs in the military. They get the easy ones. They want to sit on their ass. They want to be officers, want to be in leadership, tell people what to do, right? She's not going in there to fight a war, but they don't realize that that's what happened, right? So that's the reason why you run to the military. That's like the last stop, right? And even then, you don't realize that you getting paid nothing, right? The benefits kind of outweigh the shitty pay in the end, I guess. But for the most part, you just going up in there so you can live an easier life. But the Lord's like, no, he closed the door to no military for you, no military for you. You want to be out here struggling, and it's only gonna get worse. as we roll into Jacob's trouble, it's only going to get worse. The presidents you have, the senators and the congressmen that are in office right now, they don't give a fuck about they don't give a fuck about you so-called black, Latinos, or Native Americans. They look at you as a dregs of society. So they're going to cut every last thing they can off from you. And who's going to hurt the most? The woman. The woman. Right? And this is not being a misogynist. What this is telling the truth. It's the truth. No way that this woman got all these so-called accolades and she can't find a job. Or can't keep a job. 2 years? And it's crazy because a man get out of prison, he get on the grind. It's something to do. Men out here, we have none of these social nets to catch us in our lowest state. We just got to go out there and get it and figure it out. And no, that don't mean selling your body or selling drugs. That just means working when you can, stacking what you can, doing what you need to do, sacrificing so that you can live better. But these women, they're not like that. They want luxury. They want to sit on their ass. They want things to just come to them, and it ain't like that. So I just want to bring that out, man. You know, it's over for you, man. So that would say shalom, on to the next. Shalom.